You know you did everything you could and you will never have regret. And you are entering into a deep, dark unknown that you might never escape from. Okay, so the most asked question was how to turn a friends with benefits into something more. I need to hydrate. I'm so angry. I can feel my blood boiling. She's sizzling in there. Is how do you keep the distance where you don't catch feelings? Ooh. Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back. So friends, I'm sure you can all tell by the title of today's video that today we're going to be talking about friends with benefits. Yeah, you heard it here first. Okay, but no, on a serious note, I did film a Let's Talk Friends with Benefits video last year, so over a year ago now, and I got such a good response to that video, and to this day I still get questions from you guys struggling in friends with benefits relationships and friends with benefits scenarios. So what did I do? I jumped on my Instagram and I asked you guys for your friends with benefits questions, your friends with benefits dilemmas, and we're going to be chatting. I don't think I've ever had so many questions sent in for like a one topic video ever before. So I am going to get through as many as I can today, but I think I'm going to make another video, maybe even like 2 more videos depending on how many questions you guys have in relations to the friends with benefits thing. But I think this just shows us, doesn't it? It just shows us that friends with benefits causes so many goddamn problem. If there's anything I don't touch on today, make sure you leave in the comments box down below, because I will most definitely be doing another friends with benefits video and we can address it in that video. So yeah, with all that said, let's just dive right on in and sort out these fucking problems. She's wearing eyeshadow and eyeliner today. Who is she? Who is she? Okay, so the first question is, do you need to have sexual tension to become friends with benefits? I would say you definitely do need sexual tension or sexual attraction on some level or another, because friends with benefits is mostly based around sex. These are friends who have sex and that's it. So if you don't have sexual tension, I wouldn't really see how this kind of relationship would work, because a friends with benefits relationship is a very casual sexual kind of relationship, you know. So the next question is, what do you think is the hardest thing in a friends with benefits? Okay, so I obviously have been in a couple of friends with benefits relationships before myself. I could not sit here talking about the matter if I hadn't been, because I wouldn't have a goddamn clue. But I personally think the hardest thing is not catching feelings, and I will take that to my grave. Okay, so our next question is, does cheating still count in this kind of relationship, or is it okay to see other people? Okay, so for the most part, a friends with benefits relationship is a super casual relationship, therefore you guys normally are seeing other people. That's the whole point of friends with benefits. You guys are friends, but there's benefits there. Cheating wouldn't normally be seen as such a thing in a friends with benefits relationship, because you guys aren't committed to each other. Cheating can only occur when you are committing to somebody and you are saying, it's only you, it's only us, you know, I don't want to be with anybody else, I don't want to see anybody else, and you make that very clear. But in a friends with benefits relationship, you guys are basically just saying, you know, I really enjoy having sex with you, I want to continue having sex with you, but I'm not committing, saying you are the only person I'm going to have sex with, you know? I've said it once and I'll say it again, the most important thing in a friends with benefits relationship is communication, because everybody's friends with benefits relationship is going to vary and change, you know, according to every 2 people. The next question is how to know if he truly cares about you and it could move on to something more. Okay, so the first thing I just want to say is, in regards to friends with benefits relationships, because I have seen this happen a lot, is I would say do not, under any circumstance, get into a friends with benefits relationship. If you are looking for a relationship, if you want a relationship, you know, getting into a friends with benefits when you are seeking a relationship and, you know, you have no interest in the casual thing, you just want a committed relationship, is the worst thing you could possibly do. I feel like if you are looking for a relationship and you get into a friends with benefits relationship, you're only fooling yourself, and in the long run I think you're potentially only going to hurt yourself. I feel like if you know you want want a relationship and that is what you're interested in, you should be very honest, not only with yourself but also with the people around you, the people you are dating. If you know you want a relationship and somebody, you know, offers you a friends with benefits, don't just say yes because you're thinking it's one step closer to a relationship. The next question is, how do you keep the distance where you don't catch feelings? Now, this is probably the hardest thing to do, but my best advice would say, in regards to not catching feelings, you need to keep this solely a casual friends with benefits relationship, and you cannot cross the line. Like, you need to be so goddamn strict with yourself on this one. I'd honestly say the best thing to do is keep it like strictly sexual as much as possible. So no going on dates, no cuddling after sex, no kissing, no being all lovey-dovey and holding hands and snuggling up while you guys watch a movie. Like, that is relationship territory, and you are entering into a deep, dark unknown that you might never escape from. And I do not say that lightly. But yeah, no going on dates. You know, don't be getting all deep with each other and finding out your deepest wants and needs and your deepest loves, and you know, don't be getting to know them on a really, really personal, deep level, because, well, I know for myself, you know, once you kind of go to that level with somebody, you're kind of getting to know them on a different scale than most people would know them on. And you more than likely are going to start to catch the feels then, you know, because you're having sex with them and you're learning about them, and maybe you're finding out that you guys have shared interests or whatever. So I would say, try and focus on how to really enjoy sex and talk about how you guys could make sex better, or you could do this or experiment this, da-da-da-da. But, you know, I would just make sure yous aren't also like constantly talking, texting every day, nothing like that. I would say you guys should really only be communicating if yous are talking about when to meet up or something like that. But yeah, it is a very hard one, but I would just say make sure you're not like, you know, giving him girlfriend benefits or giving her girlfriend benefits or whatever it might be. You've just got to make sure you're not doing things that are very much associated with being in a relationship, and I'm sure you yourself know what them kind of things are. Example, I just listed out quite a lot for you guys, but yeah, you know, like going to confide in this person when you're upset or you're angry or things like that. No, honey, no. Does it affect potential long-term relationships? Well, if you've got somebody in front of you who is telling you that because you've had a friends with benefits in the past and they're turning around saying that that's an issue, they're the ones with the issue and they're the one who need to go. Honestly, if you've got someone like that who is making you feel like that's an issue, that is insane, and we don't have time for people like that around here. People like that do not have a place in our lives. There's no room for them kinds of people in their lives. You know, they've just gotta go. Seriously though, if anybody you're dating or seeing, you know, somebody who could be a potential partner in the future is making you feel guilty or bad for something that you did in your life before they came into your life, then that is an issue. That is a big issue. And I mean that is an issue in the fact of this person is the issue. This human being is an issue. The person you're going to end up with and the person who is out there for you would never judge you like that, would never belittle you like that, and would really never make you feel that small. You know, we're all our own people and we all have our own lives and we're all entitled to make our own choices. So if you made a choice, you know, you made a choice for yourself before you even knew this person, then how come this person has a right to tell you that that choice was right or wrong when you chose that was the right choice for you in that moment? The right person will accept all your choices. Everything you did in the past before you met them, everything you still do when you meet them, they will accept you and all of you. So I would never ever even worry that it could potentially affect a long-term relationship, because it shouldn't. It should not. Like, oh, that is just insane. Why would that bother you? Why do you care? That's basically like saying, if I'm not a virgin, could that potentially affect a long-term relationship? Well, if it does, I don't want to be with them anyway. I need to hydrate. I'm so angry. I can feel my blood boiling. She's sizzling in there. Do you have the right to know about people they're talking to or dating? I would say no, mainly because you're not in a committed relationship. Therefore, you don't really have the right to ask these questions. You don't have the right to this information. Also, I don't know why you would really want to know, because I know myself, if that was me, that would just drive me insane. You know, like if my friends with benefits was like, oh yeah, I'm meeting Linda on Monday and Lucy on Tuesday and Lynn and Trisha on Wednesday, and I was texting Jacinta last night, you know, I'd be like I think I'd explode. Maybe that's just me. I personally would say the only thing you really have the right to know in this kind of relationship is that if they are sexually active with other people, and in most friends with benefits relationships, people are seeing other people. I know myself, when I was in this kind of relationship, I was never seeing other people because I just can't do that. I really struggle to, like, I don't know, put my energy and time and focus into more than one person, and I've never been able to do it. You know, it's just the way I am. But I never had an issue with the person I was in a friends with benefits with seeing other people, because that's the whole point of this kind of relationship. It is a very casual relationship. But I would say the only thing you have a right to know is that if they are being sexually active with other people, that they are being safe and they are using protection and they're not taking any risks, because obviously if they're taking risks, they could then pass these risks onto you. Now, in a friends with benefits, you should always be using goddamn protection no matter what, because you don't know if this other person is sleeping with how many other people, how often they're doing it, if they are using protection. All you can really do at the end of the day is take their word for it, you know, but they could be telling you, oh yeah, I'm using protection, and they're really not. So at the end of the day, you always have to make sure you are protecting yourself, because, you know, you can only really be responsible for yourself in this kind of relationship. Going back to the question, do you have the right to know about people they're talking to or dating? I would say that if that's something in your head and that's something that's bothering you, like the thought of them talking or dating other people is bothering you, I think you really need to get honest with yourself and ask yourself why you're feeling that way, why it's even concerning you about who they could be talking to, because that tells me that you may possibly have caught feelings for this person, or be hoping that this goes further and are getting jealous at the thought of them talking to or dating other people. Because, like, I am not able for this kind of relationship. Like, it's just not for me, and it's not for a lot of people as well. So I really would get to the bottom of that one, because you could save yourself a lot of pain and a lot of heartbreak. Okay, so the most asked question was how to turn a friends with benefits into something more, how to turn my friends with benefits into a relationship. I really like my friends with benefits, but I don't know what to do. How do I know if they like me? Yada yada yada. There was so many questions, you know, around the whole relationship, wanting to be more than just sexual casual buddies. And I'm going to answer that for you guys. So the first thing I'm going to say is that forcing a relationship is never going to work. So you've kind of got to work out if you guys are on the same page, because a relationship is a choice that two people make to want to be together, you know, and a relationship has to be a two-sided thing. It can't be a one-sided thing. A one-sided relationship is never ever ever going to work. I'd honestly say the first thing to do would be to see if your friend is initiating to spend any quality time with you. So time outside the bedroom, time outside you guys just meeting up to have sex. It's very important that you find out if you guys have non-shared sexual interests, because it's clear that you guys have shared sexual interests and you guys are very sexually attracted to each other, but does it go beyond that, and is it deeper than just the sexual chemistry, the sexual tension? So just say they aren't initiating any quality time with you, you know, don't be afraid to be the initiator. And start inviting them to do things with you, maybe things you enjoy. Maybe you like going to the cinema, or you like going swimming, or you like to go watch football games. I don't bloody know. But whatever your interests are and things you enjoy doing, start inviting them to come along to do these things with you, you know, and spending some proper time together, as I said, outside the bedroom, so you can really get to know each other, learn about each other. To go from being a friends with benefits to a relationship, you really do need to get to know this person on a deeper level, because what can happen a lot of the time as well is that once we start having sex with somebody, our feelings just get the better of us, and we're just like, oh my god, it's this person, I want them, I want to be in a relationship with them, yada yada yada. But a lot of the time it's very surface level stuff. Like, you know, a lot of the time you don't really know this person for who they really are. You just love the idea you have of this person, and, you know, these chemical reactions that are going on inside your body when you're having sex with this person is telling you that this person is goddamn amazing. So you need to find out, you know, what's important to this person, what do they value, what do they want in life, where do they see themselves going, and you need to see if all these things match up with things that you also value and things you also want to do and places you also want to go. Because when you're in a relationship with someone, you know, it's so important that a lot of things line up, you know, that you have similar interests and you have similar values and morals and all that jazz, because if you don't, a lot of the time it's just going to be so much clashing. We can tend to like create illusions and, you know, false ideas of people and our partners in our head. So you need to make sure that you get to see the real them, but not only that, but you need to make sure you are showing them the real you, and that they're not spending time with an illusion of you, or you're not portraying someone you're not, you know, hoping that they might like you, or hoping then that they might want to be in a relationship with you. Because if you want to be in a relationship with this person, you need to know that they like you for you and you really like them for them, you know, because at the moment yous are like here and it's great because it's very surface and it's casual and it's sex and it's exciting, but relationships are hard fucking work, and in a relationship you're choosing that person every goddamn day. So you need to make sure that, you know, this is right for you and you're not just wanting to jump into this relationship for the wrong reasons. You need to make sure that this isn't going to be a one-sided relationship. So after you've done all that, I would say, and just say that this person is initiating quality time with you and you're doing the same with them and you're really getting to know each other and you're mad about this person and you really do like this person and you genuinely think that you guys could have a good chance and a real good shot at a relationship, freaking ask. And I know that is the last thing you wanted me to say right now. I know you're sitting there with your hands in your head and you're like, Jessica, I don't want to do that. But honestly, what is the worst that could happen? You know, what is it they say? If you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. I love that saying. I absolutely love it because it's so true. If we don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. So by asking, we are giving ourselves the opportunity to get a yes in return and not just have that constant no. Do you know what I mean? We would never get anywhere in life if we didn't ask for what we want, you know, from being tiny, teeny little babbas. To get what we want, we've got to ask. We've got to make it clear. I know I get a lot of messages and, you know, a lot of you guys are probably going to say, but I can't ask because I don't want to risk ruining our friendship, or I don't want to risk losing my friend if they don't feel the same or if they don't want a relationship. But what I would say in return to that is that if this person is a true friend and, you know, they really do value your guys' friendship and you as a person, then they wouldn't let you telling them that affect that. Do you know what I'm saying? The way I would put it is I would say, where do you see this relationship going? Because I feel like by putting it that way, it's much more subtle. You're not saying, will you go out with me? Or do you want to be in a relationship with me? Or will you be my boyfriend? Will you be my girlfriend? You're not being like super keen and like super like, you know, like, oh my god, I freaking love you, marry me. You're just asking, you know, where do you see this relationship going? Like, super cool, like super casual, like I don't really care. I honestly feel like by asking it that way, you know, where do you see this relationship going, even if worst case scenario your friend doesn't feel the same and your friend doesn't want a relationship, I personally don't think by asking it in that way you would lose the friendship, you know, because you're not confessing your love and all this for them. I feel like you're doing it in a super kind of chill, subtle kind of way, and once they reply to you, you'll really know where you stand. Just quickly going back to when I said if you don't ask you'll never know, at least then you can say you tried. And even if this person doesn't want to be with you, you know you gave it your all, you know you did everything you could, and you will never have regrets. And I think at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, that you're never going to look back going, what if me and Tom could have lived happily ever after and married if I just confessed my feelings, or if I just asked him how he felt? What if? So at least by putting yourself out there, and yes, it's going to be hard, and yes, you've got to put your pride and your ego aside for a few minutes, but I think either way you'll be relieved, you know. Okay friends, so that is all I have time for today, but as I said, I will be doing another friends with benefits video because I know you guys have a lot of questions and a lot of problems, and I promise I will do my best to help you guys out and give you my best advice. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to leave any questions or anything down below, and yeah, I can't wait to see you all in my next video, and I love you all so very much. Bye bye friends.